Good morning, everybody. A very warm welcome indeed to the Forum for the Future of Agriculture's regional conference taking place in one of my favorite cities in Europe. It's wonderful to be here in Stockholm, and it's wonderful to see all of you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mark Titterington, and together with my good friend Thierry de la Sky, we had this idea nearly 15 years ago now to set up something called the Forum, and here we are 15 years later at events like these. It's great to be with you. Today I'm going to be your moderator for much of the program, together with my colleague Anna Rocca, who will take over this afternoon. As normal, I have to start with the housekeeping. We're not expecting an emergency, but should there be one and the alarm goes off, you can see the fire exits to my left and to my right, or your left and right, depending on where you're sat in the auditorium. We do have social media channels for those of you that are so inclined to follow us today. You will see those on the screen in the top left behind me. Just use the hashtag if you're using Twitter to share your thoughts and comments on what we will discuss today. We also have translation available for those who want to follow in Swedish and in English. If I confuse you at any time with my English, I can only apologize, and I'll do the translation in the lunch hour for you if necessary. These events never take place without the exceptional support of all our partners, our founding partners, our supporting partners. But for the regional events in particular, we're very grateful to Yara and to Tetra Pak and to Apex for their support during the course of the year. And we've always tried to link our regional events to the rotating presidency of the European Council. And so as we come to the end of the Czech presidency, we've enjoyed working with them, and we look forward to a similar relationship with the Swedish presidency as that begins at the beginning of next year. We have a really tremendous program this morning, lots of topics to cover this morning and this afternoon, ranging from food and environmental security in the context of the national plans for the Common Agriculture Policy. We'll talk about climate mitigation and biodiversity, particularly relevant in the context of the conclusions from COP27 and COP15 beginning in Canada this week. We'll look at forestry and the different pathways that we have there in the context of climate change. And I very much look forward to sharing with you myself a piece of work that we've been leading within the Forum on regenerative agriculture, looking at what we need to do to develop and scale that across Europe and beyond. We'll be doing that a little bit later on this morning. Distinguished guests, not only you in the audience, and we look forward to your contribution, but many speakers will join us here in the room and indeed online to share with you their thoughts on our topics, which is tremendous. Now, we do appreciate your effort to join us today, so I promise you that there will be opportunities to feed and water you through the day. We'll have a coffee break around 12 noon. That's just a little reminder to try and stay with us for the next couple of hours, and lunch will be served around 1 o'clock, and we look forward to connecting with you then. I'm going to just stop here and welcome a very important person to the platform. I talked about the importance of partners in supporting these events. Well, this really wouldn't take place without the support and collaboration of the Swedish Landowners Organization. And so it's my great pleasure to welcome the President, Gunnar Palme, to give his warm words of welcome. Gunnar.
Yes, this one is on. I think it's very interesting to be here. I think this is the first time this sort of event, this type of event is in Sweden. And I think it's very good that there are possibilities that these topics could be discussed, not least today, because I think we have a more harsh environment around us than we've had since many, many years. So I'm very happy that this special meeting today, that it's happening in Stockholm, and I hope that there will be a lot of good outcomes, a lot of good thoughts, and hopefully also a lot of ideas how we should go forward to solve problems. Because I think it's correct to say that we have a number of problems. There is a shortage of food in Europe and in the world. We've seen it in prices. We've seen it in poorer part of the world where they are starving and where it's really problematic. This meeting is, of course, primarily about agriculture, but we are in Sweden, so we have to take in also the context of forests. We have a problem, I would say, also with forests, because, again, there is a shortage, because now there is no wood supply from Russia, which is quite important. We have a EU Commission that doesn't want us to cut very much of the wood. We should instead let it stand. And I guess the largest problem that will occur then is that we will have a lot of substitution with other materials, because we need to build houses, we need to use papers, but we have to find other sources then if there is no wood. We have a problem with power, and with the wood, we have the only really renewable source of producing power. So it is a little bit strange that the people in the EU Commission, that they still are so stuck with their ideas about how we could build a better environment for us without really taking into effect that really, if we should go forward, we need technical development. We need, I think, for the agriculture, much more recognition to that sector. We need to have an understanding from authorities that the agriculture sector is important, that these people need to make money if they should be able to invest to become more productive in the future. We need technical development to make a lot of things happening, making the operation of the agriculture more professional. So I believe that if we, in the end of this day, have some ideas where we should put the efforts, one of the efforts, I'm sure, will be directed to the EU Commission. They have to help us. They have to let some of their most important wills, at least they have to stop them for a while, and I think they have to actually reconsider if their decisions has been right. So with these short words, again, welcome. I hope that you will be a little bit tough today, and that you will really say from your heart what you believe is right if we should go forward and if we should build a better Europe and a better world. Thank you.
Thank you, Gunnar.